few months ago I was doing my checks and I noticed that this water bottle was empty, and I was like, oh, but what are we going to do? There was nothing in it, and it opened up and there was nothing in it. And then I realised, you know, that I must have been losing the coolant really quick, so normally it held this level perfectly forever. So I bought a litre, put it in, checked it, and monitored to see what happened, how quickly it went down, and I drove back home and that, and within another few days it had dropped back down to, you know, the bottom. So I realised I had a problem. So I went to the garage and he explained to me what the most common thing and how to watch it. He said you need to come along, look down here, you know, at your hoses to see if there's any leaking, look for the any water at the bottom. Same with these hoses here, and look. But the most common thing that happens, he says, and also check that this is not leaking obviously and the cap's on. But then what he did was he took the side of the engine and he went down here, and he looked at the tray with his light, and he put his light down there, and you could see that on the shelf there was a shelf at the bottom, and it was collecting the coolant. So the coolant was escaping out of what he said was the water pump. Now the water pump's the most common thing that goes. So I got the water pump and he gave me this water pump to show me this was out of my engine. So what happens here is the coolant goes round and round and round as it gets pumped around the engine. As you can see, there's a gasket on the outside. That isn't what is broken, and that's just from pulling off. But he says the most common thing that happens is that the bearings go in this, and then it leaks through here, which is where your timing belt is getting pulled round on this bit here. And because the hot coolant's going round on this bit, it causes the timing belt to overheat, which then can obviously give you catastrophic engine failure. So he said that's the most common thing. So I was lucky because this was 77,000 into my 84,000 timing belt change interval. So we just changed the timing belt and changed the water pump at the same time. So that's why you should always do your timing belt and your water pump at the same time. So I just wanted to show you that, because it was quite interesting to get to see that. You may though find you may just have a little bit of a coolant leak. Since I've had it fixed, I do have a slight coolant leak, which it may be on the slightly right hand side down here, but it's very minor, so it's not really bothering me, and I'm just leaving it. But I'm obviously monitoring. But that other one was a fast leak, and you have to do something about that. So I guess I could get the pressure tested, worked out, but I'm quite happy. It's only losing a little bit, so I've got a bottle anyway mixed up, so it'll be all right. But I just wanted to show you that because I thought it was really quite interesting to get to see the pump, and there it is.